Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be doing a deck profile on my Blue Eyes deck. Starting with the main deck, I play 3 copies of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I know people play that too, but I honestly like playing 3. It's just preference. I then play 3 copies of Maiden of White. You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Place 1 True Light from your hand to deck or graveyard face up in your spell and trap zone. If you special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon while this card is in the graveyard, you can special summon this card. When a card or effect is activated that targets this card on the field, or when this card is targeted for an attack, you can special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon or 1 level 1 Light Tuner from your graveyard, and that is a quick effect. We then play the normal summon of the deck, Sage with Eyes of Blue. On normal summon, he can add a 1 level 1 Light Tuner from deck to hand, except another copy of himself. You can discard this card, then target 1 effect monster you control, send it to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon a Blue Eyes monster from the deck. I then play 2 copies of Neo Kaiser Seahorse. I had him at 3 for a while, but 2 seems a whole lot better. Definitely not a 1-of for me. I like at least 2 or 3. If you control Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can target 1 Light Tuner you control, increase or decrease its level by 1. If you send from field to graveyard, you can send a Blue Eyes monster or 1 monster that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon from deck to graveyard, except Seahorse. You then play 1 Dragon Spirit of White. You guys remember we drew this card on the one video where I did the unboxing. Of course, like I said, I was going to add it to my Blue Eyes deck, so I did. He is always treated as a Blue Eyes card, and he's treated as a normal monster while in the hand or graveyard. When he is normal or special summoned, you can target 1 spell trap card your opponent controls and banish it. If your opponent controls a monster, quick effect, you can tribute this card and special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from the hand. I then play 1 Dracolithia Kunzite. I think that's how you say it. It's a pretty neat card. I used to play it at 2, but I gave 1 of my copies away to another Blue Eyes player. He likes it a lot too. But this card, if it's in your hand, you can send 1 level 7 or higher normal monster from hand or deck to the graveyard. And if you do, special summon this card. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 normal monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position. You only use 1 effect per turn and only once that turn. Then 1 Master with Eyes of Blue. When he is normal summoned, you can target 1 level 1 Light Tuner in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can shuffle this card from graveyard into deck, then target 1 effect monster you control, send it to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon a Blue Eyes monster from the graveyard, other than the sent monster. I then play 1 Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. I used to have him at 2, but 1 seems a whole lot better. He must first be special summoned from the hand by revealing a Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand. He becomes Blue Eyes White Dragon while in the field or graveyard. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls and destroy it. He cannot attack the turn this effect is activated. Then play 1 Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Other cards you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. You can only use each of the following of his effects once per turn. No, only activate them while Blue Eyes White Dragon is on the field or in graveyard. If a card or cards on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from the graveyard if it was there when this card was destroyed, or hand, so from hand or graveyard. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and return it to the hand. I then play 1 Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, one of the best boss monsters ever. He inflicts double piercing battle damage, and your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. And he cannot be destroyed by card effects as well. I then play 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Nibiru, 2 Valor, 1 Baldrake, 1 Magnemite, and 1 Druiswarm. I then play For the spells, 3 wishes for Eyes of Blue. Discard 1 card, add 1 level 1 light tuner and 1 spell trap that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon from deck to hand, except another copy of Wishes. You banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon you control, equip 1 Blue Eyes monster from your extra deck to it as an equip spell that gives it 400 attack. I then play 3 Bingo Machine Go. This card is not necessary to play, but I like it because it's a Blue Eyes card. And I like his artwork. It's pretty cool. Reveal 3 cards from your deck that each meets at least one of the criteria listed below. Your opponent randomly picks 1 for you to add to the hand and shuffle the rest into your deck. Either those cards have to mention either a Blue Eyes monster or spell trap that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon or Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, except Bingo Machine Go. And then play 2 Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. Special summon in defense position 1 Blue Eyes monster from your deck, graveyard, or banishment. But if you control no Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can only special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon with this effect. And then you're locked into dragons after this effect. You can banish this card from your graveyard, fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field, including Blue Eyes monster. I play 1 Mausoleum of White. We all know what Mausoleum does, but I'll go ahead and read it anyways. It's a pretty good card. During your main phase, you can normal summon 1 level 1 light tuner in addition to your normal summoner set. You only gain this effect once per turn. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster you control, send a normal monster from hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, the targeted monster gains attack and defense equal to the level of that monster sent to the graveyard times 100 until the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. You can banish this card from your graveyard to add a Burst Stream of Destruction from deck to hand. Speaking of Burst Stream of Destruction, we play 1 copy. If you control Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can destroy all face-up monsters, or destroy all monsters your opponent controls. And then Blue Eyes White Dragon cannot attack the turn you activate this card. I then play 1 Silver's Cry, the other card we drew from that same video. Target 1 dragon normal monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. Pretty good card. 1 Call by the Grave, 1 True Light in, what's it called, Starlight Rear, pretty cool. I was playing 2 for a while. I'm thinking about playing 2 again, but 1 seems to be doing good for now. Your opponent cannot target Blue Eyes White Dragon in your monster zone with card effects. If this face-up card is sent from the spell and trap zone to the graveyard, destroy all monsters you control. You can only use this effect once per turn. You can special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or graveyard, or set 1 spell or trap from the deck that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon with a different name from the cards you control and in your graveyard. 1 Majesty of the White Dragons. This card is extremely good. Show up to 3 of your Blue Eyes White Dragons in your hand, face-up monster zone, and or graveyard, then destroy an equal number of cards your opponent controls. You can banish the card from your graveyard, ritual summon 1 ritual monster from your hand by attributing Blue Eyes White Dragons or Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or field whose total levels equal its level. I then play 1 Dragon's Mind just for the negate, and then you can pay 2,500 to reset this card. 1 Destined Rivals. If you control Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls, or currently controls, until the end of this turn. And then lastly, 1 Burst Breath. Tribute 1 Dragon Monster. Destroy all face-up monsters on the field whose defense is less than or equal to the attack the tributed monster had on the field. You could play Imperm, so I'm thinking about putting Imperm instead. But for now, I'm liking that lineup. Onto the extra deck. We play 1 Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. I'm thinking about playing 2. There's a lot of moments where I need another one, but it's 1 for now. Your opponent cannot banish cards from your graveyard. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. When a card or effect is activated on the field, quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, this card gains 1,000 attack until the end of this turn. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, You can special summon a light dragon monster from your graveyard, except ultimate dragon. Well, ultimate spirit dragon. I then play 2 copies of Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. Neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. So, no pendulum summon, basically. Depends. Anyways, once per turn, when the effect of a card in the graveyard is activated, quick effect, you can negate the activation. Quick effect. You contribute the Synchro Summon card. Special summon the Light Dragon Synchro monster from the extra deck in defense position, except Spirit Dragon, but destroy it during the end phase of this turn. Then play 1 Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. If this card is special summoned until the end of the next turn, neither player can target dragon monsters you currently control with card effects, and they cannot be destroyed by card effects. Once per turn, during the standby phase, you can target a normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it. 1 Light Storm Dragon. If this card is special summoned, you can target spells and traps on the field up to the number of normal monsters in your graveyard. Destroy them. If this card is destroyed by battle card effect, you can target a spell or trap in your graveyard, set it, but you cannot be activated unless you control a normal monster. 1 Red Supernova Dragon. There are a couple of moments where he is able to be made, but I usually make him off of Crimson Dragon. Crimson Dragon is just really good, really easy to get in this deck. Just Neo Kaiser Seahorse and Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field. Boom, boom, make level 12, and just go from there. The XZs, there's Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon. Cannot attack directly unless this card has a normal monster as material. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If this card is XZ summoned, you can negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent controls. Currently, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target a normal monster in your graveyard or banishment, special summon it, and if you do, that card gains 1,000 attack. And then play 1 Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. We all know what Tyrant Dragon does. He just recycles the traps after battling, which is really good because you can just recycle imperms. You just play the Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon for the wishes, and the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon for the same concept. 1 Seals, of course, because we're playing a dragon deck. Seals is good for any dragon deck, honestly. 2 Spirit with Eyes of Blue. This card right here requires 1 level 4 or lower dragon or spellcaster monster for his link summoned. You cannot special summon except dragon monsters when this card's on the field. If this card is link summoned, you can take a Mausoleum of White from deck and either add it to the hand or send it to the graveyard. You can tribute this card, special summon a Blue Eyes monster from a hand or graveyard. But if you special summon an effect monster from a graveyard by this effect, it cannot attack and its effects are negated. And to wrap up the deck, 1 Lena the Light Charmer Lustrous. You can target a light monster in your opponent's graveyard and special summon it to your zone this card points to. If this card is link summoned, if this link summoned card is destroyed by battle, or is destroyed by an opponent's card effect while in its owner's monster zone, you can add 1 light monster with 1500 or less defense from your deck to the hand. And I don't play a side deck with this deck, so that wraps up my deck profile for my Blue Eyes deck. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one.